Welcome back to History Uncovered. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into the complex legacy of Fidel Castro, exploring his rise to power and the consequences of his rule in Cuba.
And I'm Jordan. We'll discuss how Castro achieved his heroic status, the challenges he faced in governance, and the impact of his policies on the Cuban people.
Castro's rise to heroic status was largely his own achievement, but it was also shaped by American missteps. His charisma and energy were undeniable, yet he was far from an admirable leader.
Indeed, while he inspired many, his impracticality led to the suffering of countless Cubans during the guerrilla struggle and beyond. His approach mirrored that of other revolutionary leaders like Ho Chi Minh and Mao Zedong.
Castro's obsession with his image was evident early on. Just weeks after taking power, he whimsically boarded a cruise ship and introduced himself as "I am Cuba."
He quickly surrounded himself with sycophants and removed anyone who posed a challenge to his authority, including the popular Camilo Cienfuegos, who disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Other figures, such as Huber Matos, faced severe consequences for opposing Castro's policies. Matos was imprisoned for 20 years after criticizing the rise of communists in key positions.
Estimates suggest that around 3,000 enemies of the revolution were executed in the first year of Castro's rule, creating a climate of fear among the populace.
Despite the harsh realities, many Cubans continued to support Castro, viewing him as a liberator from the oppression of Batista's regime. Yet the revolution came at a cost.
Students faced expulsions for political deviations, and a long list of banned books emerged. The cultural life of Cuba suffered greatly under Castro's heavy-handed policies.
By the spring of 1959, Cuba's economy was in freefall. Castro's visit to the U.S. in April 1959 briefly elevated his status, but it did not translate into favorable relations with the American government.
His agrarian reforms, which included the confiscation of U.S.-owned assets, further strained relations. By May 1959, Castro was openly pursuing policies that alienated the United States.
As tensions escalated, Castro began to seek support from the Soviet Union. After a suspicious explosion in Havana, he turned to Moscow for arms, marking a significant shift in Cuba's foreign policy.
Despite his initial reluctance to align with the Soviets, Castro found himself increasingly drawn into their orbit, especially as U.S. hostility mounted.
By September 1960, relations had soured significantly, with a Gallup poll showing that 84% of Americans viewed Castro negatively. His speech at the United Nations only fueled the fire.
Castro's rhetoric and actions, including the expropriation of U.S. businesses, solidified his position as an adversary in the eyes of the American government.
With the rise of Castro's regime, hundreds of thousands of Cubans fled to the U.S., many becoming staunch opponents of the new government. Their experiences highlighted the stark divide within Cuban society.
Families were torn apart as many sought refuge from the oppressive environment that the revolution had created, leading to a significant Cuban diaspora.
Castro's government was marked by extravagant rhetoric, but also by administrative incompetence and cruelty. Many who initially supported him grew disillusioned as the realities of daily life set in.
Yet for millions of Cubans, particularly the impoverished, Castro represented hope and a sense of national pride, even amidst the hardships.
Castro's legacy is a complex tapestry of liberation and oppression. While he fought against imperialism and for social justice, his methods often mirrored the very tyranny he sought to overthrow.
Join us next time on History Uncovered as we continue to explore the implications of Castro's rule and the ongoing impact of his policies in Cuba today. Thanks for listening.
Stay curious and keep exploring history with us.
See you next time.